we go. There was that special goal, and the man who created that special goal is here to my right. Not Rob Boyce, Lee Brown. Welcome, Lee.
Thank you.
How good is it to be back? Obviously, you mentioned earlier in the week on a podcast that you were obviously at the first game of the season, but back again as special guest.
Yeah, special guest, Jesus. Yeah, no, it's good to be back, and I think these are the games what you sort of miss. I was just saying to you boys before, like, these are the games you miss, especially against them lot. But yeah, no, good to be back. Lovely day for it, isn't it?
Yeah, God, I'm looking at you and the sun is like just above, so it's like really squinting. But you mentioned obviously these sort of fixtures. As a player who's come in, maybe not a Wimbledon player through the academy, how was it for you coming into that environment and, being involved in that game?
Yeah, no, look, I think as soon as you join the club, you sort of know the magnitude of this game. I think even before you join, you sort of know the history and the backstory of Wimbledon and what them lot done. So I think you know the backstory. So when you're involved in the game, you sort of know the magnitude of it, and obviously the noise around it. You sort of get a good idea what it means.
Absolutely.
What's the build-up like to these kind of games, like the week and on the match day? Like, is it quite stressful or?
Well, it depends how the staff and how I want to play it. Really, I've been involved in a few derbies now. I've had different approaches to dip every one of them. Really, some managers big it up and fire everyone up and make it known that it's a derby, or you've got other managers who sort of go down the calming route. It's just another game, sort of.
How did
and not get too over?
How did Johnny approach it coming into this game?
Yeah,
Do you remember?
Yeah. No, we revved it up.
Yep.
Revved it up. Obviously, within the change room as well. I think we revved it up enough, especially the home game for sure. We knew, especially after the home game, the away game defeat, it was revved up.
Yep.
Definitely in that home game, and rightly so. And I think we put on a good performance.
Definitely.
Oh, there we go. Just
You ain't planned for this, have you?
No, we haven't.
You ain't planned for this, have you?
I think you can.
This is where you got to adapt.
Yeah. They are speaking over the top, but we'll carry on. No, slight interruption.
Just got to adapt.
We've got to adapt to our, adapt and overcome. But there we go. Players are arriving, noise in the background, but we'll carry on. We're at a pretty special point in the pitch here. A certain ball from yourself, which found Ronan Curtis before. Well, I can only describe as scenes where I lost my voice about 5 minutes in. Talk to us through that. It was the 94th minute. I think we spoke to Ronan Curtis, and I think he was a tad surprised to see how high you were, considering it was 0-0.
Are you joking me?
You were meant to be
He's
left.
got some front, isn't he?
You were meant to be left centre back, Lee, and you're playing like a left wing back.
Overlapping centre halves. That's what the game's all about now, isn't it?
the new Pep Guardiola.
I told John. No, look, I always used to like for you. From that left side of free, though, you can pick and choose, so you can wait till the 90th minute to run. But yeah, no, look, I don't know why I was up here, but I was up here. And yeah, he was just a lucky one. I was just a lucky one to be here, and he was the lucky one to put it in the back of the net, really.
Yeah, and then I think the poor ball boy was the unlucky one when he got marauded by
He's famous now,
20 blokes.
isn't he?
Yeah, I think he got round of applause for the next 10 games.
Yeah,
Great.
I see that. Yeah.
When you sort of looked up and saw the ball go towards him, did you know it was a goal when you saw it was at his feet?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Ronan's good in them situations. So yeah, when I did see Ronan, and it just literally went to him, I did fancy him, and especially on his weaker foot. It was his weaker foot, wasn't it? He's done well to put it in the back of the net, because sometimes you see them go wide over the bar and everyone's
leaning back as well.
Yeah,
you put it on a plate for you. Put it on a plate for him, Lee.
Well, I didn't want to say that. But yeah, look, no, I think it's all sort of slow motion a bit, really, when you're up there, or it happens so quickly you can't remember it. But
It was slow-mo in the south.
Yeah.
I was genuinely felt like time.
But then once you watch it back over a number of times, and you sort of realise, one, what was you doing there, and two, how'd you get it there?
How many times did you and your family watch that back? When I went home, I must have rewatched it.
It must have been on repeat, yeah.
No, I watched it a few times. I did watch it a few times, because even now that I've stopped, really, they're the videos you watch.
Yeah.
Get everyone in the living room. Guys, sit down.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Get the USB on.
Christmas round the Browns.
Yeah. But no, yeah, they're the moments you look back on and you sort of miss, if that makes sense. So, yeah, no, another one of the memory box.
It was quite a happy hunting ground plough lane for you and Ronan Curtis, wasn't it? Obviously, you visited us during the COVID season. I think you scored twice, and Ronan was the other goals that we lost.
You just keep dropping them, lads. Just keep dropping them. Another 2 goals there. No, but yeah, that's why.
We're signing you off the back of that.
Yeah. Got to get a deal now. No, look, I always like playing here, and always really liked playing with Ronan, really, for a number of years. But yeah, no, it's always been a good ground to me. Always.
Lee, you were here for the opening game of the season as well against Colchester. Just want to kind of get your thoughts on like how the team have started, and do you know any of the new signings? Is there anyone who stands out for you that we've signed in the summer?
Yeah, no. I know loosely all of them, really. Just through playing against them and know of them. Obviously, when we were 2-0 down, I thought, oh, Jesus Christ. But
90 seconds.
You were thinking of coming out of a time when 2-0 down, wasn't you?
I was coming down at half time. My money went up. My money was going up on a minute. JJ was looking up. No, but in all seriousness, what really impressed me was how the boys reacted, really. Because sometimes in them first games, when you go 2-0, the old crowd go, bloody hell, here we go. And none of them panicked, really. And that's what impressed me the most. No one panicked, and they had that self-belief to obviously re-energise themselves and go again. And that was the most impressive thing, really. And then obviously what happened next. And what was it, 5-2, wasn't it? Or was that 4-2?
4-2 in the end.
4-2, so look, 2-0.
Could easily been 5.
You could have easily crumbled, and they could have easily lost 4-5-0. But they didn't, and that's what impressed me the most, how they reacted as a squad.
It's quite a trend, actually, we've seen with us, actually, recently. Before, Wimbledon of old would have got a couple of goals down, actually not see it come back. But last season, we went, was it 1 or 2 down to Notts County and won 4-2, and we really changed our shape. This year, we did it with Colchester. What is that? Is there a real focus on staying in games in the change room? Obviously,
I think that's got to come a lot from the staff, the staff and the manager, how he's built that, because as you say before, we didn't have that. When I first joined, we'd go down and you might as well just all gone home. And that's how it felt, but they'd come in and sort of that belief and that never give up attitude has been created over a couple of years now, with the signings, with their attitude. So I think a lot of credit's got to go to the staff for that, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think it's just a point we've seen, definitely, that we're real resilient in games. I think we'll jump into sort of looking a little bit to today.
Yeah.
Talk through your prediction. Remember, you're on an AFCW Wimbledon show, and you will remember what you say.
For me, I think we will win 2-1.
Who's scoring our goals? Real pressure questions there.
Omar and Reevesy.
Reevesy penalty, I reckon.
Yeah.
94th minute.
I don't know how it's going to come for Reevesy, but I fancy him. Yeah. But I do fancy Omar. I think he's in good form. I think he finished well in the back half of last season, and he started really well this year as well.
I want to ask one more question. What is it like training against him? Obviously, because he is a nasty bloke. Lovely off the pitch, but on the football pitch, he really sort of puts himself out.
He's the worst trainer I've ever seen. But I actually don't mind that. Yeah, he's absolutely useless in training. So
saves himself on a match day.
Yeah, but do you know what? I don't mind that at all, and I'd rather that. I've seen a lot of international training players where they think they're unbelievable Monday to Friday, but then can't do it on a Saturday. So I know what way I'd want it, and he's an handful on a Saturday, that's for sure.
Lee, you kind of referenced you've played against a lot of the players we signed in the summer. Who would you say is the pick of the bunch? I think Matty Stevens has started the season well. He looks like a handful.
Yeah, no,
he's
sharp. Yeah, I played against him a number of times, just really lively in and around the box. Obviously, I remember Piggott from his early days with, well, as you boys know, what a player, what a player.
It's almost like he does. Magic comes out of nowhere, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like,
that's it. I think he does the simple things well, but it looks simple, but sometimes it ain't. When he gets it and switches it out wide to the right or left, people can't do that, or they don't see that pass, or they don't do it. So them simple things, I think he does really well.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see a sort of bit of vintage Piggott again. His goal against Cheltenham, when he just sort of beat the front man, it was just like, wow, he's back.